parenting is rewarding, but it's not easy. And as much joy as I get out of being a dad, I've noticed that I would drive myself crazy if all I focus on is being a father to my child. My son and I, we went on our annual 2-day father-son trip about a month ago, and my wife, she stayed home. Now what's great about these trips is I have the opportunity to enjoy my son all day, right? But this go around, my wife had another experience. You see, while we were gone, she thought of different ways to teach our child and how to keep his mind learning. So when we came home, I noticed she purchased new workbooks, she had new pencil sets, and she came up with systems to teach him structure and consistency. Now at this point, you would think any spouse or co-parent would be excited about this, right? But I wasn't. I was actually sad. And the reason I was sad was because I started questioning myself, saying things like, you were a teacher, so why didn't you think of this? Or why did it take for your wife to implement a system that you should have already had in the first place? But then I came to myself, I stopped the defeat talk, and I realized something. I hadn't set out time to think about ways to better my son because I began living my life in default and not by design. Have you ever had those moments that you get so wrapped up in the day-to-day scheduling that whatever the day expects of you, you do, instead of having expectations for your day? So whenever the weekend came around, I thought now it's time for me to do me, and I didn't take my son into consideration. And it finally clicked, and I'm glad it clicked, that although I took a break from the weekday activities, my weekend is solely meant for me to rest, rejuvenate, and revisit ways to make my son better. You see, as a parent, my job is never done. I get that now. And if you're a parent, you know that parenting is a 24/7 responsibility. There is no time off because your child, they need you. They need your time, they need your energy, they need your financial resources, they need your attention, they need you. But the only way you can offer all of yourself to them is if you stay away from what I did, which is what I call parent burnout. Parent burnout is when you get caught up in the monotony of life and you miss the experiences of your child or your life in general. So if you want to be a great parent, if you want to be a supreme parent, then you must rest to be the best. That's right. Rest to be the best. That means set out time to do what it is that you want to do and rest. And don't feel guilty about it, because once that's done, you'll have enough energy to go back to the drawing board and figure out what it is you want to do the following week to make the interaction with your child the best that it can be. You see, your child deserves for you to be your best self. You deserve for you to be your best self. So I want you to think of it this way. Imagine that you're a car, and you're a car on E. A car on E doesn't run as good as a car that's on full. So give your child all you've got. Rest to be the best. That means gas yourself back up, and then start over again with a fresh, positive attitude. Once again, guys, my name is Sharif Ali II, aka Mr. Aim for I Am. And as always, thank you for watching this video. And if no one has told you today, let me be the first, that I see the supreme lover in you. Blessings.